It's that crazy time of year again where we all get together and celebrate Christmas. And what better way to celebrate than to draw Christmas anime characters? In this video, we'll be drawing Anya Forger in an adorable Santa outfit. So grab some paper, a pencil, a black pen or fine liner, and let's get started. To start the drawing off, we're going to draw a circle in the center of our page. Then what we're going to do is we're going to go 3/4 of the way down and we're going to draw a horizontal line going across the circle like shown. So using the guideline that we've just drawn, what we're going to do is we're going to start by drawing a semi-oval circle along with 2 small ovals on the inside. And what this is going to do, this is just going to form the first eye. So now that we've done the first eye, we're now going to repeat this step for the left side. So the eye should only reach the halfway point of the circle. When you are happy with the eyes, we're now going to draw in the upper and lower lashes. So ensure that these are really nice and thick. They have little curls in them and nice flicks at the end. Then draw in her eyelids. Below the guideline, just around midway, we're just going to draw in her nose, and that's really just a small little line. Then we are going to draw in the starting shape of her mouth. When you are happy with how her mouth is, fill in the extra details such as her teeth and her little tongue. So now we're going to start with her hair. This will be broken into parts just to make it a little bit easier to follow, so do bear with me. So start by drawing 2 lines, one on each side of her face, and ensure that the lines connect at the top of the circles in the middle. For her fringe, start just above the eyes and draw a few curved lines like shown. You will then do the same thing again, just on the other side. Make sure your lines are nice and loose to ensure it looks very natural. Using the sideline from the bottom of the circle, we are now going to draw in the first side of her hair. So start with a slight curved line inwards, then bring the line around to the top of the circle with a slight dip towards the middle. So now we're going to repeat the same thing again, just on the other side, and we're going to ensure that the lines connect in the middle at the very top. Now that part's done, we're just going to add some small extra strands of hair on the side just to give her hair some more volume. After that's done, rub out the unwanted guidelines and draw in a little section of hair at the top. Don't forget to add in the little crease lines. So now we're just going to add a little bit into the hair. So fill in the hair with some small line details. Once this is done, draw in her eyebrows just underneath her fringe. So next we're going to draw in her adorable little hair pieces. So start by drawing the base of the accessory along the side of her hair. You would then draw a triangle to form the shape. Ensure that the tip is curved. Then add in the extra little details. So now we're going to repeat this step again, just on the other side of the hair. So as we move down, we're going to draw in the beginning of Anya's arms. So from the bottom of her hair, draw in a long oval, then 2 lines, one on each side. You want them to be slightly tilted in. So now we're going to repeat this step again just to form the other arm. So ensure that there's also a tiny gap just in between both of her arms. So when her arms are done, we're going to draw in the beginning of her sleeves. So this is going to be done by drawing in 2 squares like shown. From the top of her arm, about 2/3 down, we will now draw in her sides as well as the starting point of her dress. Draw in the lines as shown. So just above her sleeve, we're going to draw in a horizontal line, and that's just going to complete the dress's shape. So now we are going to begin her first leg. So start with a curved line and then draw in a warped rectangle at the end. That part is going to be the beginning of her shoe. Using the warped rectangle that we just drew, we are now going to draw in the beginning of her shoe, starting off with the base. When the base is done, we're now going to draw in the rest of her shoe along with the buckle. When that's done, draw in a small curved line from the top of her shoe to the sleeve just to complete the first leg. So now we'll move on to the other side and do the same thing again by drawing in a curved line from the end of her dress and end with a warped triangle. This time we'll also add in the buckle. Using the warped rectangle, draw in the base of her shoe like shown. So now we've finished the base, we then need to finish the shoe off by drawing a curved top, then drawing a curved line from the top of the shoe to the other sleeve. This completes both legs. Now for her little hands. So just below the base of her sleeves, we are now going to draw in these 2 shapes like shown. So between these 2 shapes, we will now draw in the thumbs and then the guidelines for her little fingers like shown. So for the first hand, we're going to use the guidelines that we've just drawn to draw in the rest of her fingers. So make sure that they're not thin, they do have a little bit of chub to them. Then we're going to repeat this step again, just on the other hand. When the hands are both completed, rub out the guidelines as shown. So now we're just going to add in some detailing to the base of her dress and her sleeves. So this is going to be done by creating some bumpy lines just going around the edges. Then we're just going to go on with some smaller bumpy lines just to make the material of the Santa suit. So moving to the top of the body again, we need to add in some more detailing. So draw on her collar like shown, along with 2 buttons in the middle of her dress. Now we're going to remove any unwanted lines as well as add in some more bumps in her dress just to give a little bit more texture. We're also going to add in a middle center piece located in between her arms. To finish this cute Christmas look off, we're just going to add the same details as we did to the sleeves and the base of her dress, just to her hair pieces. So I also just went quickly back to her hair just to add in some more details. You can also do this if you wish. When you feel like your drawing is complete and you're happy with the results, outline it with a black pen or a fine liner. You can use different pen thicknesses to create more depth. Now for the finale, colouring in the drawing. This part is optional, but you can use colouring in pencils, alcohol markers or anything you like if you want to colour in your drawing.